10 Secrets Behind Juice, 1992. Secret 1. Hollywood almost turned Juice into a comedy. One of the craziest secrets behind Juice is that the movie almost became a completely different film. Before it turned into the dark street thriller people remember today, Ernest Dickerson and Gerard Brown spent years trying to get the script made. But some Hollywood people did not understand what they had. The story was too serious, too tense, and too focused on young black men, fear, guns, pride, and street reputation. At one point, there was even talk of making the movie much lighter, almost like a comedy, with Malcolm Jamal Warner from The Cosby Show being considered. That version would have destroyed everything that made Juice powerful. Bishop would not have been terrifying. Q's dream would not have felt urgent. The friendship between the four boys would not have slowly rotted into tragedy. The secret is that Juice became a classic because the filmmakers refused to make it safe. They protected the darkness, the pressure, and the danger that Hollywood wanted to soften. Secret 2. The script was rejected for years before the timing became perfect. Juice did not become a movie overnight. The idea had been around for years before it finally reached the screen, but studios were not eager to touch it. A raw story about 4 teenagers in Harlem, police pressure, robbery, guns, loyalty, and the hunger for respect was not an easy sell. Hollywood often wanted black urban stories to be either safer, funnier, or easier to market. For a long time, Juice sat in that uncomfortable space where it was too serious for executives, but too honest for the creators to water down. The delay actually helped the movie. By the early 1990s, hip-hop culture had exploded, street dramas were becoming more important, and audiences were ready for something that felt sharp and dangerous. The secret is that Juice arrived late, but at the perfect moment. If it had been made too early, it might have been ignored. If it had been softened, it would have been forgotten. Instead, it came out when its energy could hit hardest. Secret 3. The original ending was much darker. The ending of Juice is already intense, but the original version was even colder. In the theatrical cut, Bishop falls from the rooftop after his final struggle with Q. But in the alternate ending, Bishop hears police sirens and realizes he might survive, get arrested, and lose control of his own fate. Instead of letting that happen, he chooses to let go of Q's hand. That one change makes the ending much darker. Bishop does not simply fall because the fight goes wrong. He makes one final decision, choosing death over capture. It turns him into a character who refuses to surrender even in his last seconds. Test audiences reportedly hated that version because they did not want Bishop to control the ending after everything he had done. Some viewers even wanted Q to kill him. The secret is that Juice almost ended with Bishop making one last terrifying choice. The final movie gives him a fall, but the original ending gave him power until the very end. Secret 4. The studio pressured the filmmakers to change the final scene. The ending of Juice was not changed just because someone casually preferred another version. After the darker ending tested badly, the filmmakers faced serious pressure to adjust the final scene. The studio wanted a version that audiences could accept, especially because Bishop had already killed, betrayed, and terrorized his own friends. Viewers did not want him to walk away with one final act of control. But Ernest Dickerson and Gerard Brown also did not want the movie to turn Q into a killer. That was the key moral line. If Q shot Bishop, the story would suggest that Q had become part of the same cycle. So the final version became a compromise. Bishop dies, but Q does not murder him. That choice matters because Q survives without becoming Bishop. The secret is that the ending of Juice was shaped by a battle between audience anger, studio fear, and the filmmaker's desire to protect the soul of the main character. The final rooftop scene is not just action. It is a moral decision. Secret 5. The movie poster caused controversy because of the gun. The gun in Juice is almost like another character. It changes the group, gives Bishop power, terrifies the others, and turns one bad decision into a chain of tragedy. But when it came time to market the film, the image of Bishop holding a gun became a problem. The original poster reportedly showed the weapon more directly, but the studio wanted it removed or hidden. Ernest Dickerson was frustrated because the gun was central to the movie's meaning. Juice was not glorifying the weapon. It was showing how the weapon poisons everything it touches. The controversy also says a lot about the time period. Other crime movies could show guns in their advertising, but a film about black teenagers and hip-hop culture was treated as more dangerous. The secret is that even the poster became part of the movie's larger problem. Hollywood wanted the energy of the streets, but was afraid of how real it looked. Juice was too powerful to be marketed comfortably. Secret 6. There were real fights and security fears during production. Juice was not just tense on screen. Some of that danger followed the production off-screen, too. During filming, there were reportedly real problems around the set, including an incident where Tupac's jewelry was stolen from his trailer. The situation led to an actual street confrontation, and things became serious enough that the filmmakers worried about safety. Ernest Dickerson later recalled being concerned about possible retaliation, even fearing that violence could come back toward the production. Armed security was reportedly brought in to protect the set. That detail makes the movie feel even heavier. Juice was already about young men, fear, pride, violence, and reputation, and then the real world outside the camera started echoing some of those same tensions. The secret is that the film did not feel dangerous only because of acting or lighting. It was being made in an atmosphere where the line between movie tension and real street pressure sometimes became uncomfortable. That pressure helped give Juice its raw edge. Secret 7. The Raheem death scene became more intense because of the actors. One of the most shocking moments in Juice is the death of Raheem. It is the point where the movie fully crosses the line from teenage trouble into tragedy. Behind the scenes, the scene reportedly did not feel powerful enough at first. The emotion, the panic, and the physical struggle needed more force. Khalil Kain, who played Raheem, helped push the moment harder by getting more physical with Tupac during the scene, even slamming him into trash cans to create real energy. That changed the feeling of the performance. Suddenly, the fight did not look staged or clean. It felt messy, angry, and dangerous, like two friends losing control in a split second. The secret is that one of the film's most important scenes was strengthened by the actors forcing more realism into it. Raheem's death works because it does not feel like a polished movie murder. It feels like a horrible mistake that happens too fast, and once it happens, the whole friendship is destroyed forever. Secret 8. Bishop wiping Steele's tears was reportedly improvised. One of the most disturbing small moments in Juice happens after the robbery turns deadly. Steele is shaken, scared, and crying, and Bishop wipes away his tears. On paper, that sounds almost gentle, but in the movie, it feels terrifying. Bishop has just crossed a line, and now he is trying to control everyone's emotions, even their fear. According to stories from the cast, that moment was not originally scripted in that exact way. It came from performance and instinct. That is what makes it so creepy. Bishop is not simply acting like a villain. He is acting like a friend, a leader, and a threat all at the same time. The secret is that a tiny improvised gesture added a whole new layer to the character. In 1 second, Bishop seems protective and monstrous at once. He wipes Steele's tears like he cares, but the audience understands the truth. He is not comforting him. He is warning him. From that moment on, the group no longer belongs to friendship. It belongs to fear. Secret 9. Queen Latifah replaced a different hip-hop legend. The DJ battle scenes in Juice are some of the best parts of the movie because they connect the story directly to hip-hop culture. But one behind-the-scenes detail makes them even more interesting. The judge role that Queen Latifah plays was reportedly not originally meant for her. The filmmakers had wanted Africa Bambaataa, one of the major figures in early hip-hop history, to appear in that spot. When that did not happen, Queen Latifah took the role instead. That change worked perfectly. By 1992, she had her own powerful presence in music and culture, and her appearance helped the movie feel connected to the hip-hop world of the moment. The secret is that Juice was not just casting random famous faces. It was building a cultural map. Every cameo mattered. Queen Latifah's appearance gave the film authenticity, style, and extra energy. Even a small role helped make the DJ battle feel like part of a real movement, not just a scene written for a movie. Secret 10. Rakim missed his cameo, but gave the movie a legendary song. Rakim was supposed to appear in Juice, but the cameo did not happen. According to behind-the-scenes stories, he was expected for a scene connected to the film's hip-hop world, but he did not show up. That could have been a loss for the movie, because Rakim was already one of the most respected voices in rap. But the story did not end there. After seeing footage from the film, he reportedly understood the energy immediately and decided to create something powerful for it. The result was Juice, Know the Ledge, one of the most iconic songs connected to the movie. In a way, missing the cameo almost made the legend bigger. Instead of a quick appearance, Rakim gave the film a track that captured its paranoia, danger, and street intelligence. The secret is that Juice lost a cameo but gained a classic. The song became part of the movie's identity, proving that the soundtrack was not decoration. It was another way the film told its story.